Let's make a pasta dish. And this pasta dish, see all these ingredients? And it's summertime. Well, I'm going to eat it hot, serve it hot. But this exact dish with all these ingredients can be served cold as a salad. And all you'd have to do is add a little balsamic vinegar to it, because it's going to have the olive oil in it already. And everything is fresh. It looks like a lot of spinach, doesn't it? But you know, when you cook this spinach, you get this much. So I'm going to cut everything up, and it's going to be quick too. Nice little, these little cherry type tomatoes. They're cute and they're sweet instead of using a larger one. And they're going to be put in the last minute, so they're going to keep the shape. So I'll cut everything up, we'll look at it, and then we'll just put it together. It's quick. Now here's everything cut up. The onions, julienne, because the penne pasta is long, so it'll wrap itself around the penne. If you dice it up, it'll like fall to the bottom of the pan. Same thing with the shiitake. They just slice straight across. There's the garlic in big pieces, the scallions, which will be added later on a slant, just for a look. Now the carrot, I'm going to do like this today, because I want to see what this is going to look like in the pasta. So with the potato peeler, it's going to probably break up in the pan when I saute everything, but that's okay. I want it to cook quickly and give me a different type of look, which I hope works out well. Now if it doesn't, then you would just slice the carrots really thin. Now I'm going to get ready to saute. Now we're going to do some sauteing. Moderate flame. Put some olive oil. You want to put butter, you can. If you want to put butter and olive oil, you can. And we're just going to cook the mushrooms, the garlic, and the onions. Once they're a little bit tender, take them out and put them in a bowl. And try to time this good. The water's boiling for the pasta. Put some salt in there. And pepper. And when this is almost, since it's going to be a salad too, things could be a little firm in there. Not crunchy, but firm. And I put the pasta on now. This should take another 2 minutes. Then as soon as that's done, I take it out, put it in a bowl. Get the almost forgot the carrots. Get the spinach. I don't want to make too much pasta, but I'll eat all of it. Sometimes I cut the carrots up like that for in the salad. Easy, nice appearance, and they chew. have a nice little crunch, not a horrid hardness that you have when you put big chunks of carrots in salad, which I really dislike. Especially when you get older, your teeth want to have soft food. I'm going to run the camera for this entire recipe. This won't take long. Raise it just a hair. The only thing with the spinach, the second the spinach is done, we're going to put it in the colander and then toss it with this. And when the pasta is done, put it in the colander, and then toss it with everything. See, it's better to use a wide pan when you're cooking. You get more heat, surface area, instead of something narrow. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to get that basil. Throw the basil in here. Now yes, why didn't he cut it up? I wasn't in the mood. I want to see what it's going to look like. These pieces, these leaves shrink up quite a bit. So it'll be like the spinach, even though the spinach shrinks up more. Now you'd say, why don't you put the spinach in here? Well, the spinach gives off so much water that it'll just, it'll ruin the dish. That's good enough. Now we throw the tomatoes, give it one stir and take it out. I'm just going to taste the spoon, see if I have enough salt. That's pretty good. Take this out. Okay, that's sitting in the pan right next to it. Quickly get the spinach. You have to be very careful about seasoning the spinach. You can very easily over-season it because there's only a handful. So we're just going to put, that's it, on the salt, and a drop of pepper. And the colander is waiting for me in the sink. I love how this shrinks. The pan of pasta is boiling up over here. Maybe I should have started the pan of pasta 3 or 4 minutes sooner, but you know, it won't matter. I'll leave the spinach in the colander for about a minute, pressing on it with the spoon. Squeeze as much water out of it as I can. And that's done. Shut that off. Put this over to the sink. Meanwhile, There's that. You hear the rumbling of the penne. See the amount of liquid coming out? That would ruin the dish. So I should have started this, like I said, 3 minutes earlier. It wouldn't have mattered if the pasta was done first, because everything that's here would have heated up the pasta with no problem. And that looks good. That mix, it's nice and colorful. Carrots gave it color. Put the scallions in there. Now I will taste the spoon again. The basil's nice. It'll work well with the spinach. It keeps on dripping. Keeps on ticking. Let's go penne. So what I'm going to do right now is just now I'll shut the film off until that penne is ready. Now what I did was I put the spinach back in this pan and flatten it out, because spinach can turn brown if you keep it tight together. So we'll put this mix in there. I don't want to lose any of this. So you see, it's fairly easy. Cutting up is a time consuming. But once you get all of that done, the cooking of this seems relatively simple. I was going to make 1 pound, but I thought that all the vegetables in here would shrink up. But it looks like a pound might have been the way to go. We're going to strain the pasta now. Throw it in there, give it a toss, and see if it was enough pasta or not, which is no big deal. So as I said, this can be eaten hot or cold. Put the pasta. Penne is a nice pasta, it looks good. Make it with whole wheat if you want. Make it with gluten-free. We're going to give it some more olive oil to get that shine up there and flavor. A little extra virgin. No, I think that was just right. Now what else could you add to this to really make it a little different? How about a pound of shrimps? Yes, that would do well. But as far as eating it hot or cold, it looks good hot. It looks even better as a cold salad because of the way the tomatoes are, not broken up, and the spinach. So there you go, it was good. Okay, let me get a little taste to see how everything came together. And how much would this be for? Well, this is dinner for two. And this is going to accompany the broiled piece of meat I'm making tonight for dinner. But if you were having this for dinner only, 2 people. For a side dish, maybe 4. Everything worked well together in this. Hope you enjoy it.